What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Aukey RGB gaming mouse. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons, and then I'm going to give you some of my own real life experience that I've had while using this. And if at any point in the video you guys want to check out this exact same gaming mouse, I'll have Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. Alright, jumping into the first pro, obviously the first thing's got to be tracking in gaming and outside of gaming. Both of them I've had absolutely no problems. There's been no stuttering, nothing like that happening. It's just been really good and no complaints there. Now moving on to the next pro, which is going to be the switches. So these are the Han-O switches, and honestly I like them a lot. They're very clicky. And the pressure is 65 grams plus or minus 15. That is for the right and left clicking mouse buttons. Now moving on to the DPI, this has 10,000 DPI, which is pretty good, especially for this price point, which is $30/$18. So normally it's 30 bucks. However, right now, and it has been for a while, you can get this Amazon deal coupon thingy that's on the Amazon page. You get it for 18 bucks, which is insane. So again, check it out, link below to see if it's on sale. Now, this is not the lightest gaming mouse in the world, but it is far from the heaviest. It's actually really perfect for me. I prefer not having too light of a gaming mouse. It makes it feel cheap to me, even though that's what I know a lot of people like. But it is 100 grams, so I think that's like 3.5 ounces about, maybe a little bit less. But overall, I don't think it's too heavy. I don't think it's too light. I actually really like it. And for the cost, it just blows me away how they can do this. The next thing is the polling rate. So this thing goes up to 1,000 hertz for the polling rate. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's okay. It's basically how many times per second your computer is going to track the location of your mouse. So let's say it's 100 hertz. That's gonna happen like 10 times every second or every 10 milliseconds, something like that. But basically, higher the better, although the higher the hertz is, the more your CPU is gonna have to work. So if you have like a nice i7, it's not really gonna matter. However, it's super nice that it goes all the way up to 1,000 hertz, and all of that can be customized in the software, which we're gonna get to a little bit later because it's actually really good. All right, so the next thing is that RGB. Blew me away how good this RGB is. Normally in like budget gaming mice, RGB is pretty like not good. How did they get it so good? It's so bright and it's really customizable. So they call it 3-zone RGB, and I don't know how they call it 3-zone because you can customize a lot more than just 3 zones in this. We're gonna move right into the software as well with this because the RGB is so good. It's super bright. It's a consistent, there's no like kind of like dull or dark spots. It's just real consistent and just overall really premium. So moving into that software, it's really good, like way better than I expected it to be. You can customize all of the clicks and what they do. There's like 8 different buttons that you can customize, change it to whatever you want. You can customize all the RGBs. They have waves, static colors, anything you want really. You can customize it so it's a ring around it, and there's like 8 different colors. That's why the like 3-zone, I didn't understand it, but you can customize a ton with the RGBs, and I was not expecting it for how much this thing cost. I was blown away actually. And the cool thing is the software is so easy to use. Once you download it, it downloads super quick. You open it up and it's like mouse is connected, everything's done. There's no waiting, there's no having to like switch around and see if it's connected or whatever. It immediately just finds it, it's done, it's ready to go, and everything happens instantly. Once you change the RGB, instantly happens on the mouse, and it's just, I was just blown away. I didn't think Aukey would actually have that good of software, but this is my first Aukey product, except I'm also reviewing a keyboard. I'm in the process of using it right now for the review, but I've been using this mouse for a while, and the software is really good, dude. As well as customizing what the keys actually do, you can also customize the polling rate and all of that. So it's just super sweet to have that in such a budget mouse that you wouldn't expect. All right, next is the build quality, how this thing feels. Now I told you it's 100 grams, so it's not the lightest, definitely not the heaviest. However, it feels solid in your hand. It's made of ABS plastic, but it is not like the shiny, creaky, trashy plastic. It feels solidly built in your hands. As well, on the like mouse top, it's kind of indented for your hands, feels very ergonomic. It's obviously not a full huge size like the MX Master, that's the other mouse I use. It's not quite as big as that one, but it's definitely not a small mouse. whatsoever, and you do have those nice little indentations, and they feel good while gaming. They definitely do. So the overall finish is a black matte, and it does not look cheap. Again, it does not sound cheap. And overall, they just did a really good job with the build quality, especially those RGBs. How they get them so good. Now the next thing, and this is the last pro, they have like this rapid fire button on the side of it. So basically what that does is it just like you hold it down and it's continuing fire. It's like a 3 burst click for firing. Now in some games this works well, in other games it just does not work. So I was playing some Red Dead Redemption. You can click down on the side and just like quick draw, pulls it out, shoots. Although when I was playing in Surge Sandstorm, kind of like an FPS shooter, it just took forever for it to actually go through. I don't know, but basically I think it works with some games and other games it doesn't work with, but it is kind of fun to play with. I actually had a lot of fun in Red Dead Redemption 2 shooting people with the click thing on the side of it. I don't know why, it just felt fun. So that is a little bit of a pro. We bolted through those pros, but it's a mouse and it's really good. And if it's in your budget, you should get it, which it should be in your budget because it's damn cheap for what it is. Now there are 2 cons and that's it, but they might be deal breakers for you, but I don't think so, especially if you're watching this video and you're interested in getting this mouse. The first one, and that is the buttons on the side. Now they are extremely functional and you can customize them to whatever you want. They are functional, however, they don't quite sound as good as the top 2 clickers, switches for the top 2 right and left click. I don't know what's going on. The ones on the side, they are fully functional. They feel good. However, they don't quite feel as good as the other kind of switches. The buttons themselves just feel a little bit cheaper. However, for the price point, you have to cut corners somewhere. So I'm definitely not knocking points off. I'm just saying the top feels amazing. The left side feels really good, just not amazing. Now this is the last con, and it's just the DPI changer. So you can actually change the DPI and you can set the DPI. I didn't even mention that in the software. You can literally set 4 different subsets of DPI to quickly change with buttons. And you can change that to whatever you want, like 2,000, 100, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. You can literally set it to whatever you want and have those buttons move. But however, there's a con with that. The light that shows you whether you're on 1, 2, 3, or 4 subset or preset always stays red. So that might mess up whatever color combination if you have just a static color. However, for me, that wasn't a big deal, but I saw other people in the reviews wishing that it changed, so I had to mention it. But guys, overall, if you are looking for a really inexpensive gaming mouse that is freaking awesome, loaded with features, loaded with RGB that looks crazy good, which is not normal for budget mice, get the Aki Knight mouse. It's so good. So Aki sent me this mouse, and they did not pay me. They just sent it to me, said, hey, give your honest review. We don't care whether you like it or not, just give an honest review. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah, let's do that. I really wasn't expecting it to be this good. I was expecting to be like, oh, you know, some $18, $30 mouse, whatever, how good it could really be. It's blew my mind away. I'm literally speechless. So if you guys do want to go pick up this product, again, I have Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. Highly recommend this mouse. But if you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy videos like this, tech review, gaming tech review, those types of videos, I do a bunch of other videos like that. So please consider subscribing. We are trying to get to 10K before Christmas. We're gonna do it. I know that we can. And check out my last video. I gamed with a crappy office keyboard. You probably enjoy it. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.